Oh, hey there. I'm actually just playing Donkey Kong in the background, so it ties into the whole story. It makes this YouTube video even better. The truth is, I'm not very good at Donkey Kong. I don't even have a Donkey Kong shirt. And as we all know by YouTube's gaming bylaws, if you don't have a shirt that matches what you're doing, you're not a real gaming channel. So hopefully this is close enough. And in all disclosure, this is me. Gonna admit it right up front, it's not the real thing. However, here's the kicker. My 8,500 point high score, as low as that is and as bad as I am about this game, it's still better than what Billy Mitchell's got up on the record books, isn't it? For those of you who have been following the Billy Mitchell story, you know exactly what's going on with all of this. I personally been getting my information from a YouTube person named Tipster, and he seems to be on top of all this, giving a straight up on it. I put his link down below so that you can click on there and watch some of his videos and catch up if you don't know what's going on. I'm also going to be putting together a video at the end of the week that kind of sums it all up and tells you why it really pertains to teaching retro and old school gaming. So we haven't done a video or talked anything about current events, and the Billy Mitchell thing I think is a little bit of an outlier. It's something that pertains to retro gaming and to our channel, and I kind of want to get into it. I've been leaving comments here and there on other people's channels, but those seem to get buried. Either it's a small channel that nobody reads, or a big channel, and those comments get lost really quick. So let's do a quick video and show everybody how Teaching Retro feels about this. Easy way to say is the whole thing stinks, but that's not really true, because while it puts a little bit of a scuff mark on the whole thing and Donkey Kong and Twin Galaxies, it is creating a buzz and people are talking about it, and people who hadn't really been into gaming at all, they're coming back in a little bit just to see what it's all about. And if something else, like one of our channels, or a new game, or a new game for an old system that people are doing now, catches their eye and they get into it, that's good for all of us. So sometimes even bad news is good news for the attention we get. Of course, that really pertains to Billy Mitchell because he just keeps putting out bad news. And in this week's bad news, he came out with a reply. All of his records obviously stricken from Twin Galaxies. It's almost as if he didn't exist. But we know it's Billy Mitchell, and that's not going to go down easy. So he came back with a short little video. It's been posted everywhere, and I've kind of got it playing in the background a little bit, of him just saying the real experts are looking at this now, and they're really getting into it, and will show that I'll be vindicated and everything's going to be okay. But most of us have been following the situation, and anybody who's watched King of Kong and got a feel for this guy knows that's just not true. There's just some kind of a bad vibe that's coming off of him, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's some people out there who give off a bad vibe who still do what they say they're going to do. It's just not usually the case that I found. So here's how I think this whole thing's going to wind up. Years from now, when retro channels are talking about what we're doing now as retro events, this might come up as a blip in history. When you're talking about video game records and things like that, as small a niche and world as that is, Billy Mitchell's name's gonna be up there, maybe a little asterisk, maybe a little side note when someone makes a TV special about video games or makes another movie. He's gonna be a side note of a guy who held the record at one point, was considered the greatest gamer at one point, but scandal took him down, he went down fighting hard, and they're either gonna move on to the next subject or they'll take a commercial break. Now, I've read a lot of the comments on some of the other YouTube channels about how people think he should just go away or, give it up or admit it. It's not in his DNA, it's not his style, we've seen it. He's going to keep pushing and fighting and clawing and looking for angles up until the very last minute. So it's kind of a show. Sit back, watch it, enjoy the show, and realize that in the end, it's not that big a deal. We should concentrate on stuff that's a little more important. Old retro toys against new toys, the TV shows and music videos that we loved, and of course, the video games that we really like to play. You just never get enough of Black Widow.